Okay, freelancers, there's a number of people wanting to talk to us, so I thought, well, let's round them all up at once and let's go talk to everyone now before we do another bunch of missions. What has Yarrow got to say?
So many things you are doing. Wonderful. I'm curious, what do you remember most? Good times? Bad? What? Honest now.
The best days stick with me. The wins.
That's what life is about, yes? Long time ago, I was out near the Dawn Gates. Stars were very bright. Rain made everything glow. I heard a sound, so strange. I couldn't place it.
What was it?
Children, alone, out in the jungle, far from anything. They were singing.
Children. How did they?
You see, how could I understand this? A strider had been attacked. I brought them home. It was a miracle. Music started. Dancing started.
Saving a bunch of kids. That's a good day.
Yes, yes, a good day. But one of those children, a stranger, was holding his hand.
His parents.
Died aboard that strider. We should represent hope, but there are two sides to our job. When I celebrate my victories with great joy, I know that somewhere there is sadness too.
There's always a cost. It's part of the job.
Yes, but we can't let it stop us. Lost and alone, yet those children sang. You hear me?
I hear you.
And I hear you too. Come back to the contracts. Cortex, what do we got? Ciphers. Ciphers are individuals with the sensitivity to the anthem of creation and are capable of telepathic communication and heightened mental calculation. Many young people who are identified as having this unique gift undergo ember exposure and dedicated training to enhance their mental skills. Okay. When cipher abilities first appeared, Corvus sought to use these individuals for covert purposes. They developed amplifier technology and created a type of institutional training center called a Satomi. The most important and advanced of these is Esterat, the premier Satomi location in Anthem. Later, the Cipher Revolution brought Ciphers expanded rights, freedom to choose how their abilities were used, opening a new world of communication between settlements and in the aid of Lancers. While javelins were invented long before the Cipher phenomenon, the addition of Ciphers to operations outside the wall has made all Lancers safer and more effective. Okay. Still don't quite get it, but alright. News, nope. Hey on. Yep. Oh man, Yarrow's got something else to say. What's up, dude?
Ah, Freelancer. I'm finishing up a few stories for the wall.
This a bad time?
No, no, good time. The task is better with company. This is not the Grand Wall of Freemark, but it's a good start.
Why do you do this? The wall, the stories, all of it. For the history books?
I'm not that vain. Well, not about these things. You never saw the Grand Wall, eh? Oh, people came from every corner of Bastion to see it. They read our stories. They believed in us.
People haven't changed. They'll see the work being done and come around.
Of course they will.
What is it?
My friend, the one I lost, I can hear him doubting us both. He could be a stormy sky. But I could make him laugh, huh?
You said he was a freelancer?
Yes, Garnet. Freelancer Garnet. I helped him pick that call sign, you know. It fit. He had a bad start, but survived it all. Oh, tough, that one. But one rainy day, he didn't come home.
What happened?
I don't know. Not all of it. Not where he fell. You see, I have his name, but not his story. This pains me.
He was beyond the wall making things better. The details don't matter.
Of course, I know this. Just... It pains me.
Someone was counting on him to be there. And he was.
That is why I send you out there to pay your respects. To gather stories for our wall. Maybe one day, you bring his story back.
Maybe.
That Matthias got his book idea. Seems a lot of trouble for a book, but who am I to talk of strange hobbies?
I don't know. Some books have some pretty good stuff in them. Wonder what you call this language. Moving on. Halleck. What's going on with you?
Hey there. Piece of advice? Okay, where do I start? Your temper can get to. No, I'm saying from me to you. Oh, sure. What have you got? This fight with the Monitor? Burn it into your brain. Someday it'll be the good old days. The legend that gets freelancers excited. And reminds you what badass feels like. Thanks, Alec, but I've got badass covered already. Ha! Listen to you. Just saying. Saying ain't the same as doing. Old man Halleck here defined badass. That rogue Ursix that terrorized Shadow Gap Trench? I put the final bullet in its brain. Or that battle of Wyvern Horde at Indigo Vale? I was there. Yeah? What was it like? A dozen freelancers dropped in from above. Down a sheer cliff, landed in a circle on an outcropping. Nothing but death below. No margin for error. Had to surround him. 12 pairs of boots hit the ground in unison. 12 guns started blazing. And a bunch of Wyvern died wishing they never met a freelancer. It was magnificent. All right, I'll give you that one. Pretty impressive. Badass. Sure. Until I redefine badass. Hasn't happened yet. You'll see. Later, Alec.
I don't know. Did you see that awesome grab-it headshot I pulled off in first episode? That was pretty badass. Oh, hey, I don't even know who do I. Is this, something starting with R?
Well, look who's come around.
That's it, right.
Looking sharp, big star.
Right. Feeling better?
Yes, indeed. Flying high.
What have you been up to?
Freelancing. Always freelancing. And some shady business.
Shady business?
Oh yeah. A sorry tale of woe, my glamorous friend. You want to hear it?
I'm all ears.
See? This is why I like you. You understand that when adventure comes knocking, you open the damn door.
It's chapter 1 of the Freelancer Handbook.
There's sexy danger, sexy bad choices, probably more sexy danger.
Tell me what happened.
I found myself in a game of chance with some dubious regulated types. Not the good kind. These were real knee breakers. In hindsight, it probably wasn't a good idea.
How'd you end up there?
They asked. Who knows? What did I have to lose?
A boring afternoon?
Nothing wrong with diving in, right? Sexy danger. Anyway, this game, I kind of bet my javelin suit.
You did what?
I was confident I had the winning hand.
Let me guess. Sexy bad choice?
Affirmative. Turns out my cards were crap. Yeah, out. Things got pretty ugly.
So you lost your suit?
Not yet. They gave me a deadline to deliver it. So I was sitting here, trying to figure out what I should do.
See if they want to do a trade. Instead of your suit, they might take something else.
I don't know. Maybe.
They're smugglers. They'll bargain for sure.
Yeah, you're right. I'm out there running across all kinds of valuable stuff. It has to be something they want.
They'll get it. They're interested in profits. That's what you're offering.
Okay, sounds like a plan. I'll talk to you later.
Just never tell me the odds. Alright, Jack Dude.
Hey, buddy. You're getting it done out there.
You saying that in general, or?
Owen's quick to brag. Not that you haven't earned it, right?
I couldn't do this without Owen.
Keep it up and they'll be talking about us all over Bastion. You're raising our name. We're getting more offers. I've started color coding the ledgers. It's beautiful.
What about you? Any exciting jobs? Besides paperwork?
Remember that arcane vault job my buddies and I took?
How'd it go?
We fly out there and my cipher picks up the vault's location. But it's locked. My buddies and I split up to find the tuning points that will crack it. There's grabbits hopping around. Nice and quiet.
You wouldn't be building this up if it stayed that way.
Yeah, okay. We popped the vault open, but we've attracted Wolven. No problem, we have what we came for. Just take off, right? My one buddy, his kid sister loves that radio show about the crime fighting Grabbit, Detective Hops Mysteries. He's going on that we can't let Hops die, what'll he tell the kid, and I can't say I'm not with him. Next thing I know, I'm booking it with a Grabbit in my arms while the other two are flying back to the Arcanist.
Now that's one to remember.
Wouldn't have done it without your tie-breaking vote.
Something tells me the job would have been interesting either way.
You never know, eh?
Guess not. See you around, Jack.
Hey, stop by sometime, huh?
Yeah, I just did. Alright, what's going on out here? Alright, dude, what do you got?
Hey, does this look like it's infected?
See.
Hey, I heard something about you and I wanted to see if it was true.
It's probably not.
I hope it is. Okay, true or false? At Princess Zim's caravan, did you eat Korok's testicles?
False.
Oh no, this is not good.
Why does this disappoint you?
I made a sizable wager you did. This is gonna cost me.
That's too bad. Good luck.
Thanks. I thought for sure you'd eat Korok's danglers.
Nope.
Darn, I thought I knew you.
Guess not.
Now, I do see a silver lining here, though.
What's that?
Well, this reminds me not to take you for granted. I still have so much to learn about you.
That's what I'm afraid of.
He just sounds and acts a bit like, you know, Charles from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Anyone? Yeah, that's Charles. Brinny Bryn. No more romance audiobooks playing.
Freelancer, you're back. Okay,
Nice to see you too, Bryn.
this might actually be a good thing.
Might?
A few beacons have gone quiet in the wilderness and we're short-handed. Those beacons are vital to my work here. If they're broken...
So I should go fix your beacons.
Ah, perfect. I'm so glad you offered.
My pleasure.
Good, good. I'll talk to you in the field.
No problem.
Alright. Not what I was expecting. Still the wrong person. Damn it, trying to package these episodes up nicely. Oh, there. Hello.
Good. Come to pay your respects at last?
I guess I have.
My name is Zara Toll, but you may call me Madam Chronicler. Everyone does.
Okay, Madam Chronicler.
You do know that I'm your cipher's point of reference, that I provide information via amplifier for your library.
Actually, I wasn't aware that was a thing.
That's curious. It's fairly common knowledge. Oh, maybe you have amnesia.
I don't have amnesia.
Did you rattle your head or inhale some toxic spores?
Not enough to give me amnesia.
If you say so, my dear. But what news? Anything to report from your travels?
I saw some unusual shaper ruins where waterfalls were flowing up.
My goodness, I hope that was archived by your cipher, Ewan.
Do you mean Owen?
That's what I said. Or did I? Pardon me, a chronicler's mind is easily overfilled. But as my esteemed mentor Negandel used to say, the occasional confusion is a cipher's burden.
Maybe you have amnesia.
You're jovial, but most freelancers are. Maybe too much.
Not sure I follow.
I talk to cities and ciphers far and wide. They all say the same thing. Freelancers have lost their way.
I haven't lost my way.
And I'm glad for that. You know, you'd be a wonderful sentinel.
And just stand guard all day?
Food for thought. Which brings me to my duty. A chronicler must pass along collected knowledge, that humanity may build upon its learnings.
Learnings? Oh, you mean reading?
What would you enjoy? Hard news or something more escapist?
A little escapism is good for the mind.
Especially these days, the news lately is so grim. Well, may you learn that all may learn, that all may grow.
Thank you. Catch you later, Madam Chronicler.
But catch me, what am I, a grabbit? Good day.
Well, I've got an interesting relationship with Grabbits. They die! Cortex. Cataclysms, a violent, unpredictable disturbance created when the Anthem of Creation overwhelms a Shaper instrument. They often appear as an intense storm. While one cataclysm may create bizarre new wildlife, another may shake the ground or force rivers to flow backwards. The only thing certain about a cataclysm is that it cannot be predicted. Okay, that's kind of what happened at the start of the game. The Heart of Rage. Okay, what else we got? Someone else to talk to in this direction. Is it this guy? It is.
I told him not to take next strain lightly.
Yes, it's a serious issue.
Hello, Brundle. How's the fort maintenance game?
It's challenging. People continue to ignore glaring safety issues. It's only a matter of time until someone is seriously injured.
Come on. Is it really that bad?
We have a cable problem. There are electrical cords and ropes strewn about all over the fort. This is a serious tripping hazard.
Really?
A mechanic tripped in the forge area yesterday and broke her thumb. That accident was 100% preventable.
Accidents are always going to happen. It's part of life.
That's the mindset I'm determined to change. I will implement a bylaw that requires people to properly bundle or store all loose rope and cable.
You want to make loose cords illegal?
Yes. And standing water.
Standing water? You mean puddles?
Standing water is a breeding ground for insects and should be cleared within a reasonable time after a rainfall. Puddles not only get your feet wet, they're another tripping hazard.
How will you bring in the bylaw?
I have a petition I expect you to sign.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to sign the petition.
That's a shame. This bylaw will make our civic environment safer and more livable. I'm trying my best to create a fort we can all call home.
That's nice. I'm sure people appreciate it.
They will, eventually. Did you know we're refurbishing the fountain?
That must be difficult.
It is. I'm very busy. That's why I need to cut this short. Goodbye.
Okie dokie. Ah, the drunk chick. What's up?
You're looking at me like you want something. What is it?
Nothing. I wasn't trying to...
Then point your damned peepers somewhere else.
No need to get mean. Just thought it looked like you could use a friend.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry that was uncalled for. You know, I wasn't always like this. I had a bake shop. Made Anthem-style bread, the way my mother did. Then my grain supplier stopped shipping Anthem grain up north. I tried substitutions, but nothing was right. Got harder and harder to keep my doors open, so I stopped trying.
You can't give up. We don't survive out here by giving up.
When you run out of bullets, do you keep fighting? Or do you take your losses and run? I could have kept going until I had nothing left. That's not how we survive. We survive by knowing when to stop.
That's not always true.
It's true for now. Look, I appreciate the talk, but I'll be fine. Still have some savings. Just need to figure something out.
I'll leave you to it.
Well, she does raise some valid points. You got to be practical about things.
They should have kept the crown and signet name. They had class, you know?
For one lousy week. Well, don't call it that.
Alita came up with that one, didn't she? I liked Alita.
Yeah, she appreciated her service. Until the Strider accident.
What was the Strider accident? Tell me more, friend. Nope. Alright.
Are you Sev?
In the flesh. You must be the freelancer Tassin hired. Huh. You actually look capable.
Were you expecting otherwise?
No? Well, Sort of. I'm used to getting scraps, not resources.
I thought Corvus would have plenty to go around.
Oh, they do. But I'm in the proverbial doghouse. Long story short, I pissed off the wrong people and ended up in this shithole.
At first glance, Fort Tarsis may not seem like much, but...
It's a shithole. The bar doesn't even have a name.
I used to, but...
I know the story. All the stories. Let's just talk about the job. Corvus has received reports of Scars ambushing supply caravans.
Pretty standard.
Except they were using some new acidic weapon. Extremely potent, not the usual Scar fare.
Scars are scavengers. They must have gotten the acid from somewhere.
Great minds. I had a scout follow a trail of the gunk to a possible source. Your cipher has the coordinates.
A possible location, that's all I have to go on?
Didn't realize you wanted me to go easy on you. Look, I did the legwork. Now it's your turn to do the heavy lifting.
And if this lead turns out to be a dead end?
You'll still get compensated. I'll even throw in a drink for your efforts. Speaking of which, mine's getting warm. Call me when you're on your way.
Okay, cool. So that's the backstory for the Stronghold. I have a separate Stronghold video if you're interested.
Look who's back! How's the frontier treating you, Freelancer?
Keeps me on my toes. Tell me something. How hard is it to get Fortuo brew out here?
That's the wrong question. What you want to ask is, what's it cost and when would it get here? You know how far it is to Fortuo?
Off the top of my head, no.
Damn far. By Strider takes 2 months to make the trip. Longer if there's trouble. And there's always trouble.
Okay, so what would it cost?
You want to do some business? Alright then. I need to send a couple of messages off the record. Your cipher helps me out. I get your brew.
Done. I don't think Faye will mind, especially since it's for Yara.
The trick is not to buy from Fortua. Just find someone who already imported it. Chasing down collectors and private reserves is like herding rabbits. But I'll get it.
How's the bar treating you?
Still around and kicking, so can't be that bad. Keep your head out there, Freelancer.
Thank you. Hello, person.
Hey, thanks for checking out my shop.
No problem.
We've got stuff that can turn a good javelin into a great javelin, maybe.
I'm listening. What do you have?
Only the finest selection of crafting materials in Fort Tarsis.
Real.
Guaranteed. You know why? Because our main competitor just closed up shop.
Why'd they do that?
I'm just learning the regulator game, but my Uncle Ronnie said, we made them an offer they couldn't refuse. My name's Serna, and I'm the manager.
Well, what kind of store is this?
It's a compound and alloy shop. Sometimes we get in other stuff. It's called Uncle Ronnie's, and my family owns it.
Good to know.
So don't forget, when you want quality, this is the store for you. Sure hope you come back and do some shopping.
Okay, so Mafia store. Oh, you're going to get really close to see the icon. There we go.
Do I smell Manticore?
I'm sure you do. You should try it sometime.
Regretfully, I have. I've been looking for you, Freelancer.
Why does it feel like you want something?
Because I do.
Do you ever get tired of being a spy?
Sometimes, but what's truly tiring is being called a spy.
So if you're not a spy, then what are you?
I'm an intelligence agent. Now that I've answered your question, I've got one for you. Tell me what happened in the Heart of Rage.
Anything specific?
You went in with some of the finest Bastion Freelancers. Why didn't they make it back?
It was chaos. Your guess is as good as mine.
Every other survivor was physically injured or psychologically scarred.
I was lucky.
Then you barely caught your breath before you started picking up contracts again.
Yeah, so...
So why weren't you damaged?
Maybe I was.
Why do you say that?
I lost friends in that storm. And when I got out, you know what I felt? Happy. That screwed me up for a while.
That's a normal feeling to experience.
Really? Felt pretty glitched up to me. Anyway, how would you know?
I may not fly a javelin, but I have seen combat. I've lost friends too.
So are you damaged?
Probably.
And you hide it well.
I work for Corvus. It's part of the job.
In my job, it helps to keep busy. The more I do, the less time I have to think.
Feeling relief for being alive doesn't make you a bad person. Trust me.
Sure.
Trust you.
I know this wasn't easy. Next time we'll talk about something else.
Sure, we'll sit down and have a nice chat.
I'll be in touch.
I'm sure you will.
A bit of D&M, bit of chemistry building there, eh? Okay, what else we got? I think that's...
Just look at the market lately. It's so sad to see the empty stalls.
Yeah, you interrupt me a lot, Miss Zoe. Alright. I think that's it for today, or this episode, and we'll do some real missions next.